Los Angeles Lakers. Austin Reeves, he was practicing today. Reeves, remember, he's missed almost 4 weeks with that grade 2 oblique strain. Here's J.J. Redick and Austin speaking moments ago.
Are you asking if Austin's going to play?
Sure. I'll start with that.
It'll be a game time decision.
You know, you have to be comfortable with, your body and what you can do to go out there and help us be successful. And I want to get out there as fast as I can. But like I said, I feel good and we're trending in the right direction. And can't wait to wake up tomorrow and attack another day.
So that's the first time we've heard from Austin Reeves since he sustained that injury. So that's a good sign. The Lakers, they have a chance to close it out against the Houston Rockets, Shanae, tomorrow in 5 games. How important is it that they take care of this opportunity?
I'm trying to regulate my emotions right now because the Lakers have done what they needed to do. And you have to credit LeBron James. But also, I think about after Game 3, he was like, man, I'm tired. I think he was speaking to Cassidy Hubbard. And the truth is that he's 41 years old and he's been carrying a large load. And getting a guy like Austin Reeves back is just going to only help. And so for Houston, the good thing is that they found their heart, they found their intensity. But when you get more talent like this back, it's just going to be harder for you to try to extend this series. Shump is crying, literally.
We have 4 minutes.
Shump?
We have 4 minutes left to show, bro.
I know. Real talk. Houston has been applying a lot of pressure to LeBron, especially full court.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of turnovers last couple of games. They're trying to wear him out. That's what their game plan is going to be. Getting Austin back, even if he's not 100%, he can ease some of that burden. And frankly, the Lakers don't want any business of trying to go back to Houston for Game 6. So they do need, with Oklahoma City sitting there waiting.
You good?
Oh, all together, just you
All
can't
right.
do that to my boy.
It's time for
You can't do that to my boy.
It's brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's run through these, friends.
You got this.
Hey, man, we got Jaylen Brown coming up here, 25 plus. Jaylen Brown is in a situation to do that. Coming off a good game, but I'm looking for a great one now.
And then
Give me CJ for 20, man. Right now, CJ's back against the wall. He's going to come out and lead his crew. I don't know if it'll be a victory, but it's going to be 20 points. Get your money. Now, Wemby, this is probably the safest bet you could do. He's just going to go out there and fill up the stat sheet, but him getting 25 will not be hard at all.
All right.
Getting his legs
So
back.
fast math, that gets us to plus 333
some.
odds here on DraftKings Sportsbook. All customers can get a profit boost every day of the NBA playoffs. Download the app and use the promo code SCREEN when you sign up. All right, while Amon gets it together, let's dive further into tonight's games. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs, they have a chance to close out the series tonight on ESPN. So we say hello to Michael C. Wright, who covers the Spurs for us. So, Michael, what stands out to you the most in terms of the current run that the San Antonio Spurs are on and how they get this thing done this evening?
It's all about connectedness, okay? And that started all the way back during the summer. Malika, as you know, I'm a man of the people, so you can imagine my surprise when I'm sitting on a Southwest flight headed to Las Vegas for Summer League. I look up, I see Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie. Well, all those guys got to Summer League in Vegas, and they met up with Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, Steph Castle. Those guys took a day trip to the facility of the Las Vegas Raiders. They wanted to kind of pick the football guys' brains just about their day-to-day preparation and their mindset, just anything that they could get to better prepare themselves for this journey they're currently on. Well, fast forward to Game 4. Victor Wembanyama said there is no useless drama on this team, there's no jealousy, and nobody cares about their stat line. Wemby said that is our greatest strength. And look, they put the work in over the summer to get here, both on the court and off the court.
Absolutely, and we're seeing the fruits of that work right now. Michael C. Wright, thank you very much, and enjoy tonight's game. The Spurs, they got a chance to close this out. They got a chance to do it at home, Brian. How important is it that they do so?
We said for months we weren't sure how the Spurs would handle their first trip into the playoffs together. I've been extremely impressed with them. They were behind in both games up in Portland. They didn't have Victor for Game 3. They came back and took care of business like a team that had a lot of experience. An experienced team tonight, guys, would close them out, because they know that they got to save their energy for a long run. Let's see if their experience carries over in their first.
But speaking of saving energy, Shanae, I mean, not getting down by 15, having to expend the energy to come back. How much of a key is that going to be?
Yeah, in the postseason, you can't always play from a deficit and expend all that energy trying to come back. I think that they have to learn that they can lead and dominate games, especially closeout games. So this will be a good litmus test for them moving forward.
I just like it because they are now understanding that the playoffs is a game of runs. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. You got to stay even keel and stay within your locker room. I think they do a great job of.
And San Antonio, certainly, the poise that they have, especially in the last 2 games, shown us when they've gotten down to those big deficits. It's something.
Expectations aren't as high as many others, including my colleagues, who are constantly making fun of me because I'm obsessed with Wembanyama. Like everybody with any sense, common sense, should be obsessed with watching him and appreciating him, savoring him. I am. But I still believe in the heartache that has been historic in the playoffs for young playoff teams, and that's what San Antonio still is. I expect San Antonio to finish off Portland. I expect San Antonio then to beat either a reduced Minnesota team, reduced because of their backcourt injuries, or even Denver, which is not itself and not getting a normal contribution from Peyton Watson, let's just say. But then there would be an epic series on deck with Oklahoma City. And I hope to see that series. Sorry if it sounds like I'm rooting. I'm rooting to see Victor Wembanyama go forward. I'm rooting to see if his young cohorts, if Harper and Castle can play above their years, as we've seen them do all season and so far in the short sample size of playoffs, can they continue that if they get to a series against Oklahoma City? I don't even know if they would have done that against Minnesota if Minnesota was whole. But Minnesota isn't whole, and Minnesota's going to be doing all it can just to get that one win from Denver and advance. But I expect San Antonio to go through that next round and then get to OKC, and we'll really see what matters.
That segues perfectly to my last question. The defending champion Thunder sweep Phoenix. We're now waiting for the winner of Lakers-Rockets. So big picture, who's beating OKC this postseason?
I got 2 maybes for you, Jay. Maybe San Antonio, if all things go right. Again, I don't necessarily expect that. And maybe Boston, which has been there, done this, at least the crux of that team. And when you got Jason Tatum playing like, I know he says he's not 100%. Who can tell the difference? Maybe somebody on the coaching staff, maybe opponents guarding him. I don't think the rest of us can. Maybe Boston. I know I didn't include the Knicks in that number. I don't know that I'm ready to include the Knicks in that number. We'll see what we see tonight in the rest of this Atlanta series. Maybe San Antonio, maybe Boston. I don't even know that Denver, who I had originally being able to beat OKC, don't know if they're in that number now either. Don't know if they can advance through the first round.
All right, I'm told I have a little more time with you, which is great, because there's something I want to ask you about. There have been a few scuffles and some trash talking in these playoffs. What do you make of the way the players have been getting into it with each other?
I love it. It's a requisite. It's what basketball ought to be. Look, I got an 18-year-old who for the last 4 years has been playing AAU basketball. And I understand that all these kids know each other. They play in national tournaments. They all know each other. And by the time these guys get to be in their second and third year in the league, they know each other. They don't have a healthy hate usually for each other. And I know people at home are saying, why is he saying that? Because that's what this league was founded on. You can go all the way back to the 1950s, in the original vintage years of the league. When you see this kind of interaction, though, I'm not mad at Joker for going after Jaden McDaniels, and I'm not mad at him for going back at Joker. That's what rivals do. And it's loud. You can hear it. I want to hear it and see that heat. That's what pro basketball ought to be, particularly in the playoffs. Enough love fest. This isn't the AAU. It's the NBA playoffs.
Agreed, 100%. Okay, best NBA trash talker of all time. Who is it?
Of all time, I don't know if I can go. Jay, I got an all-time trash talking team.
Okay, go ahead.
Now I'm going to start with Gary Payton. Here it is right here. Gary Payton, Kevin Garnett, the great Kobe Bryant, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, of course, and Larry Bird. Bird and Jordan might set themselves apart. And by the way, Draymond Green and Charles Barkley, Draymond's in a separate category because he's active. And Draymond Green and Charles was left trash talking than it was just chatter through the entire game. Sometimes with some of us on press row, some things I won't repeat, but Charles knows what he said.
And I saw you had Reggie there. You need Spike for that one. That's a good